So I had a few people asking me about my van, and they wanted a small tour. So here's the power outlet, which will be actually going to be changed hopefully this weekend. My power, rear. The company I bought it from, MTS, they foam the inside, so kind of like a giant cooler, but really nice in the winter. So this is from the back end. As you can see, my stowage, emergency supplies, tools, rear AC and heat, bedding. This is actually the bed, and underneath you can see, and then of course the water tank, and that's underneath the bed. Of course, some chairs. Over here, that's more storage. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the walls yet. Think about pegboard. My grill. Never leave home without it. So on the inside, my electrical cabinet. Now this is a full standard RV converter. Breakers, actually double breakers, because I go by the rule of 2, and the 30 amp things. Of course, the lights. Of course, just got those all hung up and installed, and the let me get my storage cabinet here. I have all my lights and stuff. So right now, the bed is in bench mode. That's the sink. It's in progress, but all the tubing and shower head and all that stuff, you know, it's right by the door, so it'll be easily accessible. But so anyway, the lights, remote control, nifty. There we go. So just straight, if you want white. Of course, it does the multicolor thing. You know, you can do it different colors. Green, red, strobe lighting, party going on. Anyway, those are the lights functioning. Turn those off. And of course, I got individual plates for that, for the water pump. It's not hooked up quite yet, but the power is functional for it. This is the voltage meter for my power source. My dual, the way I have it set up, it's two 12 volts, and that's for the battery, directly to the battery, and then a 20 amp that's going to go directly to the car battery. So when I'm running the car, I'll be able to get a direct power source without using the battery back here, so I can run something heavier if I needed to. Of course, rule of 2 outlets. One of those actually has a USB outlet built into it. The other one has a switch built in, so I can turn the switch on and on if I wanted to without having to unplug it, whatever I have into it. So pretty nifty. Underneath, I have a standard cooler, and I'm still working on some of the stuff, but I have more storage down here, food, stuff. And of course, my more tools, my battery, which is currently being charged right now, and more storage, and the all-important fire alarm. So, but that's the basic back. Put everything back. And of course, it latches with a simple top latch, but and then course, I just got the valence up tonight, so basically it's just a rod that runs along the back end, and you can hang the curtain from it. I got to get the curtain hook out still, but here's the curtain for that, and that just lays back behind the seat pretty nonchalantly, and then that'll give you the privacy curtain. Of course, even when I have the door open, like with the door open, you can't see past anyway. So, also tactical setup, medical supplies, basically aspirin, bandages, stuff like that, mosquito repellent. So standard front, nothing's biggie. Cheap stereo, nothing else fancy with that. But yeah, so that's the setup basically, and it folds. The bed actually is folded in half right now. You fold out the bed, and then it folds on top of whatever's there, and then that moves and becomes like it supports the bed so it doesn't fall down. But so yeah, lots of space. Gotta make sure you have lots of space back there. Nothing flammable, and it gets stored in this. Nothing greasy. Anything greasy or anything that's not electrical, like I store the bolts, and there's electrical components, spare parts for the cabinet are basically in here. Hacksaw, basically stuff like that. Still some small stuff to do. Down here is the cord, some more cords, as well as the behind that is the 25-foot cord that goes to the actual 30 amp, the 30 amp breaker that goes to that, so I can hook it up at a campsite. But that's it, and my toolkit. But that's all that's in here. Just some food, some regular stuff. Oh yeah, and the all-important vent.